Good morning. We'll be starting meditation in just a minute. If you'd please silence your cell phones. Thank you. Good morning. I'm Sandy Kimmerly, one of the practitioners, and I'll be your practitioner of the day, and this is pre-service meditation. So, if you would just relax back into your seats, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Ernest Holmes said, "Just as children enter into play or into a game, there is a lightheartedness, a delight, a sense of fun, sheer exuberance in the joy of living." Take a moment to think, what brings you joy? What person might bring you joy? What activity might bring you joy? Think of something that you can participate in that is joyful. Might you like to sing, dance, play board games, play a sport, engage in something artistic. Think about these things for a moment. What was the last thing you did that brought you joy? Ernest Holmes continues, You should forever increase your receptivity, continually expanding your comprehension. Declare 100 times a day, good and more good is mine. There is no limit to the good that is mine. Everywhere I go, I see this good. I feel it. I experience it. It presses itself against me, flows through me, expresses itself in me, and multiplies itself around me. Now, let's substitute joy is mine. So, I'd like you to repeat these phrases after me, to yourself or aloud. Joy and more joy is mine. There is no limit to the joy that is mine. Everywhere I go, I see this joy. I feel the joy, I experience it. Joy presses itself against me. Joy flows through me. Joy expresses itself and multiplies itself around me. Let's contemplate the joy you have in your life and the joy that you might add. I will call you back. please begin to come back into the room. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I send you joy, and I know you'll go out into the world and spread this joy. Namaste.
very, very welcome. Our guest speakers for this beautiful month of July are today, Sensei Jonathan. Sunday, July the 9th, John Huz will be asking us, yes, but is it true? Sunday, July 16th, Carolyn Bryan will address the topic of It's All About Love. And Sunday, July the 23rd, Reverend Tracy Herrick, our ministerial candidate, will speak about revealing the love that we are. After service, Reverend Tracy will join with us for a greet and meet, or a meet and greet, either way, and we'll be able to interact with her face to face, and then a workshop will follow. On Sunday, July the 30th, our dear interim minister, Reverend Kath, will be with us. And it is voting day for the ministerial candidate or keep the search open. So there's a choice. And this will happen at noon. Our membership chairman is in the lobby today to assist you in becoming a member if you wish. And remember, being a member is mandatory to vote. Today, after service, Stephanie from Earlux is doing the hearing test that I let you know about last week, and she'll be doing that in the practitioner's room. 2 air conditioners apparently have been addressed because it was cheaper. However, contributions in the box are kind of down, so we need your help. On Sundays, 8:30 to 9 is Qigong, and on Tuesday is Spring Forest Qigong from 2:30 to 3:30. There's a time change there, so please be aware. I did a little research on this. I do Qigong myself. However, in Spring Forest Qigong, it's a Chinese philosophy, and it focuses on 5 elements of wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And these are interconnected and interdependent. And the relaxing movements are considered to be key components to a healthy life. In Qigong, the 3 pillars of this practice are body, mind, and breath. And elements of both are interconnected and interdependent. Perhaps a Chinese form of yoga. So, there you have it. Something you always wanted to know about Qigong, and we're afraid to ask. Lesson for the day. Wishes for a very safe and happy July 4th, and have a beautiful day. And Clay has an announcement.
Good morning, everybody. I'm just up here to let you know that I'm looking for a transcription volunteer to help out with making the talks from Sunday into a readable text. The purpose of this is, I think, threefold, maybe more. I don't know. Anyway, the first one is it creates more words on our website that people can search for and makes it easier for people to find us. The second thing is we can use it to give our YouTube videos accurate closed captions, which will be better for people who are hard of hearing who are watching our service. And the third reason escapes me right now, but it's there. So what the position would be is we would create a computer-generated transcription of the talk, and then you would need to go through the talk and proofread it, make it into correct English, and so everything is spelled right and beautiful, and then send it back to me, and I'll make everything else happen. So please see me if you're interested in helping out with that. It would be a commitment of 1 to 2 hours a week. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Sandy Kimmerly, one of the practitioners here at the center. And we, as always, start with praying in. Let's be joyful today. We are feeling joy as we celebrate the passage of our Declaration of Independence by the Continental Congress in 1776. We know joy for this beautiful weather. We feel joy as we sit together in worship. I joyfully claim that today's service fills us and sends us forward in tremendous joy. And together we claim this by saying, "And so it is."
It's a march, everybody. So I learned this song last week because Reverend Kath gave me the suggestion to learn it, and I thought it's such a great song we should do it again. This one is called The Union of Different Kinds. So if you don't know it, probably everyone with you, next to you, is like, I don't know it either. So we're going to learn it together. It goes like this. For all the small people and all the tall people, for the dispossessed and the absurd, for the broken-hearted and the recently departed, for the unwashed and the unheard. Mother Nature don't draw straight lines, broken molds in a grand design. We look a mess, but we're doing fine. We're card-carrying, lifelong members of the union of different kinds. It's a great song, isn't it? For all the lonely faces and all those empty spaces, for the unloved and the denied, and for the little wheel turn a bigger deal, for all the dreams that bloom and those that die. Mother Nature don't draw straight lines, broken molds in a grand design. We look a mess, but we're doing fine. We're lifelong members of the union of different kinds. Now this part's a little different. It's why the oak tree bends in the wind that blows, my friend, and the river finds its end in the sea. Yes, it does. Mother Nature don't draw straight lines, broken molds in a grand design. We look a mess, but we're doing fine. We're our lifelong members of the union of different kinds. Oh, Mother Nature don't draw straight lines, broken molds in a grand design. We're still a mess, but we're doing fine. We're lifelong members of the union of different kinds.
Good morning and welcome, CSL Prescott. Look at all of your beautiful faces this morning. Really gives us that sense of what independence is, and I think that that's one of the wonderful characteristics that we have as the Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Nancy Kelly, and I'm your service leader for today. And what I would like to do is I would like very much to welcome you all and know that it is my privilege and my honor to be your service leader today. So whether you are here in our congregation, sitting here in the now cooler, Sibley Hall is now cooler as well, and here in the sanctuary we're cooler. And for those of you that are online, I'm hoping that you're sitting in some place cool and that you're able to absorb all of the joy that Sandy was talking about this morning. Sandy, thank you so much for that it was funny because it was kind of one of those deep but not deep meditations and thinking about the things that bring us joy in our life and giving ourselves permission to do that. Here at the Center for Spiritual Living, we talk a lot about spiritual tools, and we talk about learning and how to use those spiritual tools so that we can take and create a world that works for everybody. And we know that if we can take those tools and make a change within ourselves, that ripple effect, we don't know where that ripple effect will end. But that taking and knowing, and that's the big key, in knowing that we can make a difference in our lives. Now, here we really, when I love that song, Jackson, because really this is what CSL is all about. It is about the different kinds. We don't really care who you are, where you've come from, what maybe judgments you've had about yourself before you got here. All we know today is that we are grateful and honored that all of us are able to join together. Now, those spiritual tools are not something that we're going to pass out as you leave today. You're not going to be able to put it in your back pocket. But we do have some special help here at the center. We have a core of practitioners. Right now, we have 8 of them. Sandy is one of them. And they love to pray, and they love to teach. That is like their mission in life, is to pray and teach. We have many, many courses that they take and offer. We've just come to the end of one about meditation, and we have another one coming up that's going to look more closely at some of the literature. So watch for those announcements and make sure that you don't miss out on that. The way our practitioners can help besides just praying and teaching is there are 3 specific ways that we can utilize them. The first one is in the back of your seat. If you'll notice, there's a lavender or purple, or, if you're an artist and you want to call it a specific kind of purple, go for it. But on it, it says prayer request. We ask that you fill that out. If you've got something in your life that is burdening you, it's holding you down, keeping you back. If you've got something that you have in your life that is just awesomeness and you want more of it, fill out one of these prayers cards, and there's a place out in the lobby that says prayer requests. Those are collected, and the practitioners meet on Monday morning, and they will pray on your prayer request for an entire week. We know that positive prayer works. Second way that you can take and connect with them is what we call as a 3-minute miracle. At the end of service today, anyone who has one of the purple stoles on, flash a stole, there we go, all right, is welcoming you to meet with them here, come up to the front after service, and they'll do something that we call as a 3-minute miracle. Now, we're not going to spend a lot of time going into the hows and the whys and the, this happened. What they're going to do is they're going to see the truth very, very quickly for you, and they will pray with you that whatever it is that is burdening your heart or whatever it is that you want more of is available to you, because we know that it is all available to us all of the time, because we are all one. We all originate from that source. Now, if you're feeling like you need a little bit more from the practitioners, they are listed in the program. You'll see them on the back of the affirmation card. And you can contact them and set up an individual session, which will allow you to meet with them for roughly about an hour. And sometimes people do that for a number of sessions when they're really trying to work through something that is blocking them from having all of the joy and all of the prosperity that they deserve, that we all deserve in our life. So, those are some of the things that are available. We have so much that's available here. Well, one of the things that we often and try to keep in the back of our minds is that we know that this is only one path. There is one mountain, one mountaintop, but many, many paths up that mountain. And in order to do that and to recognize that oneness that we all have, we do a little ceremony here, and we light the candles from our, what we call our world candle, and we take and recognize each of the major religions. If I can have our candlelighters, Kay and Claire, come on up. The Center for Spiritual Living honors all faith traditions. As we light a candle for the world's religions, it is to acknowledge both our multiplicity and our unity.
We light a candle for Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing with the presence within.
For Islam, the practice of submitting to the will of God as revealed to his prophets, peace be upon them, who taught that there is one God, creator of the heaven and the earth.
For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties, which began with the covenant between Abraham and God.
For Buddhism, the middle path of non-attachment that ends suffering.
For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion.
For Taoism, the path of ultimate reality that encompasses all apparent duality.
For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace.
For all the native-based religions, living in the awareness that the Great Mother that works magic within her creation. For all of the feminine that represent and celebrate Maiden, Mother, Crone, and Wisdom Keeper.
And for the science of mind, which is the philosophy of life that teaches there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it.
Thank you, Claire and Kay. So to kind of anchor this sentiment, I'd like all of us to say together our affirmation here. We are here for God. Our purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything we do. The good we seek for ourselves is the good we desire for all people everywhere, and so it is.
God is, I am right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am, God is. Right here,
I am. God is. I am. Please close your eyes or soften your gaze and relax in your seat. Please breathe in and out. And as you do so, think of something that brings you joy. On your next breath, think of an activity that brings you joy. One more time with another joyful thought. Ernest Holmes tells us we should ever increase our receptivity. So for the next minute, be open and receptive to any ideas you come up with to increase your joy. I will call you back. Please come back and turn to your neighbor and tell them one thing that makes you joyful. It's nice to hear the laughter. So this week, go and do it. Namaste.
That was fun. So Bob and I just did that, and so I get to do a bonus one. And one of my bonus joyful things to do is to introduce the soloist every week. And I've had so much fun. I've had so much joy learning these songs for this week's soloist. You know her. You love her. This is Ashley Christina, everybody.
So this is Unclouded Day, which is known either as a gospel song or I guess as country. Oh, they tell me of a home far beyond the clouds. They tell me of a home far away. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an uncloudy day. Oh, the land they tell me that he smiles on his children there. Oh, they tell me that the sorrows are taken away. And they tell me that there are never tears again in that land of an uncloudy day. In that land of an unclouded day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ashley. Land of an uncloudy day. She must be singing about Arizona. There's no doubt about it. I haven't seen a monsoon cloud yet. How about you guys? Okay. So I have the privilege this morning of introducing our guest speaker. And it was interesting when I first knew of him was through an email in which he took and he was wanting to get a place to have something called a Zendo, there we go. Thank you for the help there. And he was looking for a place. We had this wonderful little email that he had sent out. And at that time, we were getting a lot of questions about, can we have more kinds of things that are meditative in nature to help us grow? Because some of us just can't sit here and close our eyes. Well, some of us wanted to sit here and close our eyes and just be quiet. And one of the wonderful things about this place is that we are open to all kinds of traditions. So I took and I answered that email, and I met Sensei Jonathan, and he came in and felt that the energy here was everything that we had thought it was. And he began teaching classes here on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoon and then one in the evening. He and his wife had decided to make this place his home. And it was very, very interesting in that he spent 30 years as a film editor in New York and in California, came upon a troubling time in his life in which he developed prostate cancer. And it was in his search for peace within dealing with that cancer that he was able to find Zen. And it drew him in, just absolutely drew him in. And he took and he studied intensely, gave up the world of film, became an ordained priest in the white plum tradition of Japanese American Zen. And we have been fortunate enough that in leaving the land of CA, he and his lovely wife have decided to bless our community with his skills. He's currently teaching over at Yavapai College. Some of you may be already students of his. And we're hoping that once his schedule opens up and the weather cools a little bit, he'll be back with us. But I would like to introduce to you today for his words of wisdom, which I have always found comforting, Sensei Jonathan Keegan-Levy.
Thank you. Thank you. And welcome this morning to Zen. One day, all Zen stories start with one day. A monk asked Master Mazu, "What is Buddha?" Now, Mazu is a very famous, ferocious 8th century Chinese Zen master during the Tang Dynasty, a force to be reckoned with. His physical descriptions are awe-inspiring. Now, this monk, naturally, he's already on the path. So he wasn't asking about the historical Buddha, right? Shakyamuni Buddha. No, he wasn't asking about him. He wasn't interested in a specific person.
assuming a certain form in life. He was asking about the truth, fundamental truth. My name is Jonathan Kaigan, Sensei Kaigan for the last few years. That's teacher Kaigan in the Zen tradition. And I welcome you to the Center for a talk on Zen. You heard a little bit of my introduction. I'm not going to add to that. If you have questions afterwards, you can come up and ask me, and we can talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. By the way, this is traditional from Vietnamese Zen, Thich Nhat Hanh. He has a mindfulness bell. So every once in a while, in a talk, everything stops. Religious practice of any kind cannot be fixed. It's not unchanging because everything in this entire universe changes. The one rule that we have is everything is in the process of changing. We are, the universe, the planet, all changing every single moment of change. Just think about that for a second. Change. Everything is impermanence itself. Life has no fixed form. A moment doesn't even have a fixed form. This monk was asking Mazu about what is true, what is real at all times in a world of change, in a world with conditions changing constantly and in all situations. Mazu turned and answered, "Mind is Buddha. Mind alone, all pervading, without edges or barriers, is the truth." Now, I'd like to dedicate my brief talk to Dr. Frank E. Richelieu. Some of you may know of him. He was born in 1926, died in 2020, 3 years ago. That I didn't know. A writer and pastor of the Church of Religious Science in Redondo Beach, California. Much of his training was from Dr. Ernest Holmes. Probably all of his training was from Dr. Holmes. He had a dynamic style that enticed me to listen to him on the radio in Los Angeles. I just picked up on this one day, and it was his style, his dynamism, that captured my attention. And whenever I could, I regularly listened to Frank Richelieu. The first Chinese patriarch of Zen, which in China is called Chan, was Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma. Awakened Dharma. Bodhi is awakened. Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree when he had his awakening, his enlightenment. And Bodhidharma taught that everything that appears comes from mind. The universe. Everything. A student then asked Bodhidharma, "What do you mean by mind?" Bodhidharma answered, "You ask, that's your mind. I answer, that's my mind. If I had no mind, how could I answer you? If you had no mind, how could you ask? That which asks is your mind. From beginningless time, whatever you do, wherever you go, that's your real mind. That's your real Buddha. To search for enlightenment beyond this mind is impossible. Why? Because there's nothing outside. Remember, there's no edges to this mind. There's no end, barrier, nothing. It's all mind. This happens to be one of the most difficult things for us to ever realize and accept. Why? Because we look outside all the time without even realizing this. We think, oh, it's all me. This is all here. This is all. It's very hard to realize how this mind, not our personal mind, but this mind, this universal mind, actually contains everything. Tough to just grasp it. You can't grasp it. It slips away all the time. You think you get it, and it's gone. So you go over and over it and over it. So we sit over and meditate until this mind opens up like a lotus blossom. Bodhidharma also told us that Buddha means miraculous awareness. The universe asks and the universe responds. This is miraculous awareness. This is the mind of the universe that fills heaven and earth. So where in this mind is the self to be found? This is a question that we make a transition to this microphone. Let's turn it on, and I think we're on. This, thank you. Where is this self to be found? I have a self, you have a self, all God's children have selves. But where is this self? Where does it reside? Where can it be found? We can search and search and search. Where's my self? You can't find the self. It doesn't really exist. It's an illusion that we create, that has been created over time, and that we continually recreate. From the moment we encounter the Buddha Dharma teachings, Buddha's teachings, from the moment we encounter them, the Buddha's teaching, the moment we begin doing meditation, which we call zazen, sitting Zen, Zazen. The moment we start that, we are instructed, don't look outside of yourself. Don't look outside for what you're seeking. You won't find it. And we know that this is true. We believe in it. We continually seek and reach outside, even though we know it to be an illusion. It's just a habit. So we have these habits that connect us constantly to the outside, take us away from self. And I'm not talking about self. I'm talking about self everywhere, okay? We may think we can find serenity, clarity, meaning outside, beyond somewhere. But this place doesn't really exist. It's a dream that we have, that we keep. Everything that appears is this mind. But if it encompasses everything, the entire universe, how can it be seen? That which is seen is mind. So this is where we get into some very difficult conceptual, don't even pay attention to it. It'll just confuse you. Everything that you see is mind. Everything that you experience is mind. But you can't see mind. You can just see the things outside. And sometimes then we believe that those are mind. So how can it be seen? Because it is seen. Zen masters, long-term meditators, I'm talking 10, 20 years, have breakthroughs and they see it. How can it be seen? You can't see it normally in an ordinary setting. It must be realized, made real. But it's not real. It's an illusion. So there's the trap. Okay, we're looking for something that's not even real outside. And that's our trap. And how do we get out of that trap? So we say, mind is Buddha. Awake, awakened, creates a problem for us. This is why realizing it, or I am. So I am is mind. I am is it. And that's an obligation that we all have to ourselves. And it arises in us from within. It arose in me through cancer. It opened that door, that gate for me. Up until then, it was closed. And the cancer just blasted it open for me. So please, having received the gift of this time, this place, this life, meet your obligation to self. If you still have doubts about your own personal responsibility, this obligation that you have to discover this self, consider the costs of not pursuing it, the costs of confusion, delusion, jealousy, anger in this world. All of these are delusions because none of them have a place or even exist in mind. In mind is Buddha, or self. So what do we do? What do we do? We take the posture of Buddha on our meditation cushions and understand that there is one who knows. Mind is Buddha, is awakening to the truth. Chinese Taoists, and Taoists were mentioned this morning as a religion, Tao, teach that there is a continuity that moves through everything in the entire universe. It touches and connects everything, all in the universe. You, me, this building, everything that we are and see is connected. One. One of the names the Taoists give to this continuity, this connection, is the golden thread. It's a great image, right? This beautiful golden, because gold, incredibly valuable, beautiful, gleaming, right? Thread, because like a fine thread, you're trying to strengthen and weave it through and engage with it and focus on this thread. If you focus too hard, it breaks. If you don't focus hard enough, it just floats away. The Taoists believe that if you align yourself with the golden thread, you will become a fully realized being. A Buddha. You will be conscious of and connected to all and everything in the universe. There's also a golden thread that runs through the Buddha's teachings. Our understanding of mind. Now, every time I say mind, it's capitalized. Mind. Not small. Every time, the path of Zen involves having a direct intuition, not knowledge, but a direct experience of mind. Mind, once realized, is like air. Mind, once realized, is like air. That's an image. That's all it is an image. It's like air. It gradually acquires force when you set it in motion, while its pure nature remains unchanged. So, we talked in the beginning, everything's changing, constantly turning over, changing, becoming. Now we're saying, once realized, this mind is unchanging. In 1926, Ernest Holmes wrote The Science of Mind. He said, physical form is created by a universal mind that manifests everything. And it's possible to direct this universal power by controlling one's thoughts. Buddhism is very similar to this. And there's a few little tweaks, but we're talking about the same thing in Buddhism. It's the same universal mind. A belief in an outcome will create that outcome. Good creates good. Evil creates evil. Holmes stressed focusing on the good. Buddhists stress focusing on the good. He called his method the golden thread of truth. So how much more similarity can we find? I mean, we have it in Taoism, we have it in Science of Mind, we have it in Zen Buddhism, this golden thread that we just weave. Mindfulness bell. And so it is.
Thank you, Sensei. Let's take some of that into prayer. There are things that we know. We know truth when we see it. We know heart. We know love. And we know that all of this emanates from the source. The closer that we can be to the true self with the capital S, the more knowledge that we have of the mind with the capital M. We are grateful for this path that we have put our feet on, that we may find that expansion, that peaceful, joyous place where all can that be known is known, and all is in its perfect, divine, right place. We know these truths to be self-evident, and we strive on a daily basis that we may seek to connect to Source, to one another, to the knowledge of ourself and that inner sense of mind. We know these things to be true, and we are grateful. As we continue our path and we continue to walk, we are thankful for those wisdom keepers that come to our platform and share their knowledge with us, that we too might grow and be the best definition, our highest form, that good does produce good. We know that this is good. I claim it as good, and I release it into the law, knowing that it is already done. And we anchor this together by saying, and so it is. If I can everybody stand up and we'll, oh, nope, I guess we're not there.
Oh, they can stand.
They can stand and sing? Oh, well, let's stand and sing then. So
You can stand, you can sit it. We ain't got no rules. I think love is one of the golden threads. Goes like this. Well, love is all I see. Love is all I see. Well, love is the truth within me. Love is the truth within me. When I feel discouraged, thinking that all is lost. When I feel discouraged, thinking all is lost. Well, love is there. Love is there. Love is there. Love is there. Love is all I see. Love is all I see. Love is the truth within me. Love is the truth within me. When I feel discouraged, thinking that all is lost. When I feel discouraged, thinking all is lost. Love is there. Love is there. Love is there. Love is there. Love is all I see. Love is all. We're going to keep saying that. Say that again. Love is all. Gotta train your mind. Love is Oh, gotta train your mind to see that love is all I see. Love is all I see. When it's easy, love is all I see. And when it's hard, love is all I see. 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 One more. Love is all I see.
Doesn't that feel good? Okay, so this is the time in the service where we ask that you reach into that love pocket and pull out something to put in our donation baskets that are going to be passed around and help us continue this work. For many of you, I think you're feeling a little more comfortable in here today. We do have good news, as I think was said in the announcements, that the air conditioners are on the roof, so we're feeling a little bit of cooler in here. We still got to pay for them. So please don't forget that there is a box out in the lobby if you have a special donation for that. We're going to have our ushers pass that around. I think while we get a little song, a little traveling music here for that money, make that music make that money travel.
Let's invite Ash back. Let's invite Ash back up to sing another song, shall we?
I thought she had two. I was confused there. Forgive me, Ash. Please.
Yes, I was confused because I thought there was one before, but there's not. There's not one. All right. And so it's called I Have Confidence, and it's from The Sound of Music by Rodgers and Hammerstein. What will this day be like? I wonder. What will my future be? I wonder. It could be so exciting to be out in the world, to be free. My heart should be wildly rejoicing. Oh, what's the matter with me? I've always longed for adventure, to do the things I've never dared. Now here I'm facing adventure, then why am I so scared? A captain with 7 children, what's so fearsome about that? Oh, I must stop these doubts, all these worries. If I don't, I just know I'll turn back. I must dream of the things I am seeking. I am seeking the courage I lack. The courage to serve them with reliance. Face my mistakes without defiance. Show them I'm worthy, and while I show them, I'll show me so. Let them bring on any problems. I'll do better than my best. I have confidence they'll put me to the test, but I'll make them see I have confidence in me. Somehow I will impress them. I will be stern but kind, and all those children, heaven bless them, they will look up to me and mind me. With each step I am more certain everything will turn out fine. I have confidence the world can all be mine. Besides which, you see, I have confidence in me. I have confidence in sunshine. I have confidence in rain. I have confidence that spring will come again. Besides which you see, I have confidence in me. Strength doesn't lie in numbers. Strength doesn't lie in wealth. Strength lies in nights of peaceful slumbers. When you wake up, it's healthy. All I trust, I give my heart to. All I trust, I call my own. I have confidence in confidence alone. Oh, help. I have confidence in confidence alone. Besides what you see, I have confidence in me.
Wow. Isn't she amazing? Let's do that one more time. One more round of applause for Ashley. I think she's already gotten the sensei message. Knows who self is. Can I have the ushers bring the offering up? A couple of weeks ago, we met with Reverend Cass at a meeting, and our board president in particular had some very wise words of wisdom. And he talked about the fact that we are enough and we have enough. And that will always be true. But she gave us some interesting words, and I would like to use this as the blessing over the contributions today. Divine substance cannot be withheld from us, and divine substance cannot be taken from us. We are the rich, radiant substance of the universe. We are masters of substance, and we take control of substance in our thoughts, our words, our actions now. Since divine substance owns all things, divine substance is the one and only reality in our financial affairs now. We praise our world as the perfect creation of divine substance, and we now see more financial income for ourselves, for our center, than we have ever seen before. We invite the powerful, loving substance of the universe to pour out unlimited wealth upon us. We claim our millionaire heritage, increased health, wealth, and happiness now. And so it is. I see wonderful children at the door. Is it time we can invite them in? Oh, I think we'll do visitors first. Kids can stand and they'll be patient with us, I think. Do we have any people from out of town or from away or been away for a while and you've come back? We would love to recognize you today. And there'll be no elbowing somebody to kind of get them to stand up. Do we have anybody that would like to be recognized today? You also get a free book from the bookstore from our used book selection. Okay. Well, I'm glad that we're all here. Now we can invite those children in. Come on down, kids. So, what did you learn today?
So we talked about the 4th of July and independence. We made these fireworks, and they didn't exactly go exactly how we planned. But that's okay Because that's just the element of surprise. And don't try to predict what's going to happen in your future. Yep, that's what we learned technically. Independence, the element of surprise, and I forgot what the other one was. Okay.
Okay. Well, we have a special. This is birthday Sunday, and I happen to know because I was out in the kitchen that there are two luscious cakes for those of us that can eat cake. And actually, there's enough cake where we can all eat cake and have it too. So what I would like to do is invite Sandy back up to the podium. Sandy is one of our practitioners. Is there anyone that has a birthday today that would like to stand? I'm sorry, not today. This entire month. Now, I put it in the newsletter, so I know there's a crap load of you. So what Sandy's passing out at this point in time is a bookmark, and that bookmark qualifies you for a free practitioner session. You know, those 1-hour ones that we were talking about before? With anybody that you want. Names and numbers are on the bookmark, but they're also out in the Sibley Hall and on the back of your program. So I think we need to do some singing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear loved ones. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, and thank you for standing and being recognized. So as we come to the close of our service today, if all would stand, and if you feel comfortable, grab the hand next to you. Connect with that neighbor there. See if we can kind of have that little love chain going all across the center today. And if you would, sing with me our closing song. I'm going to get this right one of these days. Okay, so we're gonna do the benediction first, because we really need to and want to acknowledge who we are and what we're all about. So if you would say with me, please. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is happening through my mind, through my body, and my affairs. I think it, I believe it, I feel it, I know it, I accept it. Thank you, life.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. We're a family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins